Hi everyone, my name is Katie. Welcome to my page Red's Stitchery and let's talk about cross stitching. Today's video we're gonna have it all. We have new starts, finishes, yes, multiple, and progress on my whips. And I think I'm just gonna jump right into and I'm gonna show you one of the finishes right now, because I already made a full separate video just about this project, and if you subscribe to my channel you already seen it if you watched my video. But this is Climb Tree by Nora Corbett. On Wednesday I posted a video that has all the details: what fabric I used, what floss I used, what's the complication was, what's not, what's easy, how many beads, what color of the floss, what color of the floss I almost ran out. All of that info I have in a full separate video dedicated just for this project. So if you're interested, if you want to stitch it, if you have any questions, you can ask me here or under that video. But I think I answered pretty much all of those questions. But I think this particular finish needed its own dedicated video. I am obsessed. I am very proud of myself. I'm very happy with that. I still haven't got to the framer. I still don't know what frame to pick. I don't know if I should wait for another Klimt project or for another the Van Gogh tree if she ever going to re-release it. And so I don't know if I should have it framed as a one separate piece, or if should I wait for a couple projects that I think gonna go well with that and frame them all together. I still haven't decided. I'm not rushing this decision, but I'm still very happy with this finish, super proud of myself. And yeah, if you want to know all those little details, close-up pictures, please go to my page on my YouTube and watch the previous video that dedicated just for this tree. Okay, this project I actually never showed to you except in my whips video that I just posted, like the whips that I'm taking with me to 2025. And I told you that I see myself stitching it in August, like I see it as a main August project. But something happened and I put some progress into this one, and I'm talking about the Prairie West Sampler by Janet Douglas. I started it at the beginning of 2024, way before I started my YouTube channel. I think in January or maybe even the end of December, but no, I think it was January of 2024. And I think the last time I picked it up was like February of 2024. Therefore, I never showed it in my YouTube channel because I simply didn't work on it since then. But if you watch my plans for 2025 or any previous videos, you know right now I'm doing a no buy challenge. But something happened, and what happened is I am collecting these quilted cats by Mill Hill collaboration with Jim Shore. They are absolutely adorable. This one I got last summer. This one I got, I think, last fall, and I'm missing one more, which is the purple one. So what happened is I was sitting there stitching, and all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, I want to check out the eBay. I'm trying not to look into it because I'm doing no buy, but something just clicked and I'm like, I want to search for the third cat. So I have Scarlet, I have Sapphire, and I'm missing Petunia. I found her, and because I'm doing no buy, I texted my friend and I'm like, hey, she's in stock, I need to purchase her right now. And I know we're doing no buy, but that's the only one that I'm missing. She's like, okay, but if you're buying her, you have to put some progress on this project. I'm like, okay, deal. So a little bit of the whole, I purchased the final cat from this collection. So if you're also hunting for these cats, just want to let you know, they originally come with this buttons by Jim Shore, but the buttons, they not even needed for this project. You literally have to glue them on the frame does not come in a kit. You have to purchase the kit yourself, and that's the only spot where you use that button, so it's really not necessary. And I think that's why it's so hard to find them, because the Mill Hill does not produce these buttons anymore. So the new kits they make, they usually, I don't see it here, but over here they put a little note saying that those buttons no longer available. They and some older projects they substitute them for the Just Another Button Company buttons. And these kits they just don't put any buttons in here at all, and honestly they are not needed. But I'm very happy I have all 3 kits together, and I have an idea how I want to stitch them. I just need to put a little bit more all together to have that final thought, and I will start them probably in the summer. I will need to work with like some kind of pattern maker, just like to adjust the way I want them. Yes, spoiler alert, I think I'm going to stitch them all together. But anyway, I have the thought, I have an idea, I'm very excited about it. That's why I want to play with a pattern maker, just to make sure it's all look good the way I imagine in my head. If not, probably will stitch them separately, but that's a whole completely other story. I just want to show you that I finally collected all 3, and I am super happy about it. But let's come back to the whips. So that's the project. And in my whips I showed you, I had it stitched like this. From here up everything is stitched, so more than 50% left, but this is what I have left. And let's see what's going on, and I will probably give you a little bit more details what's going on with this project, what flosses use and everything. So 2 years ago in August, we were in the city next to ours, and again, just randomly, I decided to check out the Facebook market, and somebody was selling their friend full cross-stitch collection. Unfortunately, the friend passed away, so they were selling it, and lots of things that I got in my stash, it's from that estate sale. And this was already kitted up completely with DMC floss, with embellishment pack, with fabric. And I've never ever stitched samplers, especially something like that, where if you're not familiar, so it's not in order, but you basically have a pattern, and then you have, in this case, a couple pages of the pattern, and then you have a description how to stitch each row, because each row has like a little number. I've never done anything like that. It's quite interesting, especially because Janet Douglas, she puts a little like story sometimes in behind, like why she chose that element, what it represents, and all of that. So I've never done anything like that. I've never worked with embellishment pack. That was my first experience with the fancy floss. Like I've never had it before. It's so crazy. It's almost been like a year ago, and I already tried so much different things in that year, from like the beginning of 2024 to beginning of 2025, and it's only beginning. Like I already have so much plans for this year. The noises you hear in the background, it's my dog, and I decide where she wants to be, in this room or any other room, and if I close the door she's gonna sit and cry there, so some noises going on. But anyway, again, so because I got it on estate sale, I decided to go with everything that was already packed by the previous owner, including this ginormous piece of fabric. I don't know what it is. I had no note, nothing. It's some kind of linen. It's one of those movable fabric, as I call them, liquid fabric, but it's, I think it's 28 count, because the stitching, it's pretty big. But yes, nothing has been ironed yet because it's a work in progress. But here's this all little elements that I've stitched last year. There's some beads. And then this year already, last week, I put 2 more elements. This one and this one. So I made a mistake which I don't know how to fix now. But for the future, especially if you, like me, never tried it, I highly recommend to take some very noticeable thread and put it at the edge so you see where the start of the line, where's the end, because on the linens, very easy to miscount, and some elements I started right from the end, some not. Therefore, like right now, this is not centered because I started it where the pattern tells me to start it, but because I think here somewhere I miscounted, now it's not centered, but I'm keeping as it is. As long as you know it's not like way over here or way over here, it's some centered, we're just gonna keep it as it is. It's kind of difficult for me to stitch, only because it's not a relaxing stitch. It's look easy, and the second you figure it out how you, like what you do in each row, it's kind of easy. But because of this liquid fabrics, again, I don't know what it is, some kind of linen, it's very hard to fix the floss. You're literally fixing it in the air and hoping you're not gonna pull too hard so it's not like getting out from the fabric, because the space between the weaves are so big that you cannot even start with a knot. And that's kind of complicates it, especially also reading the instruction, like the feathers. There was instruction, I remember, but it also was something like, well, that's how I did it, but you kind of figured it out as it is, and like kind of good luck with it. So I did it as I thought they're supposed to be. Like there was no particular pattern for each of these long stitches, so I kind of did it on my own, which I think looks great. But still, especially me reading in English, it can be a little bit complicated. Like this French knot right here, I did it a couple times just because the floss keep falling through the stitches, and eventually I just put my needle not between the waves but through the wave of the fabric, that way it stayed, otherwise it would just keep falling through. Next element, I will definitely need a minute to read and understand, but it's like this right here, and it's like long stitch but like by areas. Follow, it's the most exciting element. This from the preview looks easy. I think this is so far I have the most questions, but soon find out. I probably should work a little bit more because I feel like these 2 rows is not equal of like I don't feel like it's enough for me to forgive my purchase. So I might keep working it, but we'll see. At least I put some progress. It's already better than nothing, which means in August I will have less to work with. The beads that are going to be used in this kit, I organized it in my organizer, but the beads were already fully kitted up by previous owner. And this madness, when I started it, I did not separate or organize the floss, which now I'm regretting, because back then I thought I'm gonna start and finish it, so I kind of figured out like it worked for me back then. Now I kind of need to reorganize it again, remember which floss what. So that's, I'm regretting not for organizing it in the past, and now I'm have to deal with this madness. So I'm not gonna show you all the floss today because honestly I don't even know. This was just like DMC floss, easy. Here's my first small progress, very unexpected for me, for myself too, but thanks to the purchase of that quilted cat, I put some progress on an old project. If in March I will put some progress, great. If not, I will need to unhook it, and then definitely gonna continue it in August, because the colors just give me a strong August vibe, and I feel like in August I would love to work on it. So I still see myself finish it in August, and that's gonna be a main project that month. Next project, as always, I always love to show this bag that my stitcher friend Lauren made for me. Again, if you're watching, thank you so much. I keep using it and I love it. I don't think this preview going to survive till the end of me stitching it. I don't know. It's just not making it. That bag is very movable, so I feel like you know, every time I touch it and move it and stuff, it just become madness, or cats jump in, or I put it on a couch next to me and my dog lay on it. So, but it's just a preview, right? So this is Snowflake Elegance Ornaments by Dimensions in a collaboration with Sandy Orton, and I am participating in Sandy Orton Sal. So I already showed you in the past the very first snowflake I made. It was the one with the fruit. The only thing I substituted, instead of the Ida that comes in the kit, I substituted to 36 count some kind of linen with lutex in it. Next one I stitched was the bells. The sun come out, so now it's gonna have like a very sunny spot over here, but it's gonna be gone in a minute. And you guys, so many of you texted me what flower it is. It Amelia? Anyway, you know, I will read the comments again and finally remember it. But that's the new finish. Exactly same everything except the middle element. So 3 snowflakes are done. So that's like a mini finish, but it's not really. I don't consider each of these are finished till I teach all 6 of them, because it's one kit. So I'm literally 50% done, halfway there. And that's the new finish. They are truly elegant. I absolutely love it. I'm gonna make like Christmas ornaments out of them. And I already started next one. So that's the top 3 that I have left to do. Can you guess which one I started next? Let me know in the comments. We'll see what your 6th sense tells you. What do you think, which one of these 3 I started already next? Let me know in the comments and I will reveal it in the next updates videos. Talking about sals, I am hosting my first sal and I made a live video, so if you're interested, I gave more details in there. I just want to say over here one more time, you can start it as you own with us. That's totally fine. You know, tag me on Instagram. I'll repost your post in my stories just to show everybody your beautiful progress. Or right now people are tagging me and showing their beautiful setup, and it just inspires me a lot. I have not started mine yet because official starting day it's February 20th, but you can join the sale even if you already have the progress. You don't have to like start on the 20th, but I just set up that day even like for myself when I am going to set up this, going to start this beautiful project. And I am talking about Merejka Gathering Eggs. So mine magazine in this condition because I got it as a distash lot from eBay, but the pattern in perfect condition, and that's the pattern we're going to stitch. So this is Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine from April 1998. You can find it as a magazine on eBay. You can find just the pattern itself. The name of the pattern is Gathering Eggs by Merejka. And we are starting the sale on the 20th. Again, you can join us if you're already like half, 75, almost full done, stitched it. I know lots of you reach out to me like, hey, I have this magazine, I completely forgot about it, I'm joining. So many people already joined. I just want to say thank you so much. I love watching you guys posting like how you set it up, what kind of fabric you're picking and all of that, and I cannot wait to see everybody's start. I also going to leave a link in the description. This is Telegram chat that I made for us just to have a community where we can chat all together at the same time. And that big chat, I create like a separate chat room where we talking particular about this project, and it's like a SAL group. You don't have to participate. If you also want to just watch, join the Telegram chat. The Telegram app is for free. The chat is free. It's not a subscription, nothing like that. It's just a group where we can all gather in one spot. I see people like asking some questions, asking some like, hey, what fabric should I choose? And everybody like pinching their opinions and helping each other. And that's exactly what I dreamed about. I love it. Talking about the sales, you know, I am participating in lots of them, and like this year I think I overdid my own what you say, like I believe in myself too much, because I currently participating in 9 cells, which is a little bit crazy, but it's actually lots of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna make probably in the next video when I'm talking about my spring plans, you're going to see also all my cells, because you know all the cells going to travel with me from month to month. Doesn't matter what kind of season it is, they just all going to join me month after month. But anyway, Telegram app, that's where I participate in so many cells. Yes, they in Russian, but I want to make myself, like, I want to make that chat group where we can participate in cells in English. So this one is my first one. I'm kind of experiencing, you know, like I'm also new to it, like to own the group chat, not just participate in one. So we're starting with this one, but I have so many ideas in the future. So join us, even if you're not participating, join the group just to see what else everybody's teaching, what fabric that everybody choose. It's just so much fun. It's so interesting. I absolutely love this idea. I think it's a great idea. That Telegram link chat group also have different little groups in that chat. We can talk about memorabilia, we can talk about mill heel, we can talk about anything cross-stitch related. There's a main chat where you literally can ask any question. If you start in any projects at all, just let us know. If you cannot pick the fabric or something, we will be there to help you with that. I honestly enjoy those chat groups so much. If you want to win a prize at the end of this cell, so we're doing it for 3 months, the first report you have to do, it's basically posting your before and after. April 20th, so we're gonna start March 20th, April 20th, and then May 20th, it's the final day. If you're going to post your report all 3 times, at the end, with the randomizer, only from people who posted all 3 times their before and afters, I will give you a gift. I'm not gonna tell you what it is now, but yeah, I have an idea. So join, participate. If you don't want to participate or you kind of want to see how it's working, join the Telegram chat. Let's talk about cross-stitching in live in a group chat where we all can connect right there in one spot and chat cross-stitch related things about anything at all. Again, it doesn't have to be the memorabilia, this particular chat, but all of it, beauty is over there. I have not started it because it's not February 20th yet. Again, you don't have to start in February 20th, but that's what I do, because with all the cells that I'm participating in, I set up a date for myself mostly, just because I cannot do it any other day. I have so much stitching to do. She's absolutely cute, beautiful, gorgeous. Again, link in the description. Join us in that chat and let's talk about cross-stitching. Talking about cells, this year I'm participating in a cell that calls for Christmas ornaments. So basically each month, at the end of the month, we have to send our at least one new ornament that we stitched. And I decided I'm going to finish this booklet by Victorian Christmas Treasures. I think it's the Douglas design. So in 2024, I've stitched already this green bow and I've stitched this heart. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 14 total. 12 I have left to do. So if I will following the plan, at least one toy each month, by the end of the year, all 14 toys I will have, and I finally will finish this booklet. And for the January, I stitched these birds right here. I'm going to do like this, so it's not focused, so you can see all the sparkle, like the cage, it's all gold cranic. Beautiful sparkly thing. Long time ago in my whole video I showed you this pants, but it's actually a craft sharp knife. And I finally was able to use it, and I say it wasn't as smooth as I was hoping for, but at the same time, that's how I was able to do this little holes in it. With the scissors, it's hard to do, you know, I'm always afraid I'm gonna chop too much. But because it's perforated paper, so it's already have the holes, when you're cutting the pen, I don't know what you called it, but like the sharp end, it's so tiny that it just stucks in there. So I think if you use it on a paper that's not perforated, just the paper itself, it's gonna cut just fine. But with perforated, it was kind of like it would stuck, and I was afraid to push too hard because I'm afraid it would like slip. But everything went smoothly. I was just doing it very carefully, very slow, and it's all worked out. I have not finished it yet, so the bag is still naked, and I want to ask for your opinion. I have this book. You can find it easily in any craft store, on Amazon, whatever. And usually for previous toys, that's what I used. I had to run to get it because they are too cute not to show again. But here's the previous toys that I finished. And from this paper studio book of different papers, I used this as a bag. So I just picked the wherever page I like. Tip. So this one, I took the perforated paper, I stick it to the paper, right? I glued it, and then I cut it, and now my strawberry is not straight, which kind of gives it more sparkle because of the shape. Where the bow, I cut it, glued it, and then I cut the fabric again, so I had to do the cutting twice, but this one is flat. Anyway, here's the backing. So that was my plan for all of these toys. When I finish them, you know, I will choose whatever the back I want and glue on it. But I have an idea. I don't know what paper. I think I decided to do this one. What if instead of, you know, gluing this to this side and this to be back, what if I glue it on top, and when it dried out and it will be time to cut it out, I will find a better piece, maybe something like right here. So when it's dried out, I will cut only the outside lines, but the inside little elements I will keep as it is, so I will not cut that background paper, and this will be like a wallpaper. So if the bird cage is hanging somewhere from the ceiling, that's like the wallpaper in the background, and that's what we see. What do you think? Should I, maybe I should pick different piece of paper. I don't know, flowers? But I feel like it's not that noticeable. That's why I was looking for something with a small print. Maybe this. Pick something with like a flower in the middle right here. Something like that. Yes, the back will be just a plain paper, but that's okay. You know, like it's not that matter. And I don't want to put another piece of paper either because then it's going to be too thick. But what do you think about the idea of this is going to be a background and do not cut the holes in here? Or should I just pick any other, or pick whatever, glue it as I usually glue, and cut all these little elements too? Let me know, because then it's going to be too different to stand out compared to the other ones. But I kind of like the idea with the wallpaper. So please let me know in the comments. I do need your opinion because it's been stitched almost for a month and I still don't know what to do. It's still not finished just because I cannot decide if this idea is good or I'm overthinking it. I just do it as I do every other toy. Since it's the end of February, of course, I already started another toy and it's about to be finished. So in the next video updates, if it's after I finish it, I'm going to show it to you. But can you guess which toy I chose next? Yes, we'll be playing a guessing game today. I'm making you guess. So far in the comments, let me know what snowflake you think I chose next, what toy you think I chose next, and then let me know what do you like or dislike the idea with the wallpaper effect for the backing on this ornament. Which one you think I've started next? They're all beautiful, they're all gonna be stitched, but which one you think I chose for the month of February? Continue with SALs. Another SAL that I'm participating, it's Merejka, and this cat was actually supposed to be stitched in 2024, but I never had time for it, so I've decided when I saw that SAL for the Merejka, I'm like, that's it. That's the time for this cat. I have to stitch it because I stitched the summer cat in 2023. There's all 4 of them. I don't know if I'm gonna do autumn and spring, but the winter and the summer are my favorites, so I've started the winter one, and let me show you my progress. So in the previous updates video, I kind of show you the pattern, the flaws, all of it. Right now I'm just going to show you the progress, so if you're interested in more details, definitely go and check out that video. I don't remember how much was stitched last time, but I feel like this and this is new, but guess what, 60% is done. And let me show you close up. I've started kind of with the easy part. This right here, it's the cat, and I've decided to keep him for a very last. And right now I don't want to say stuck, but I knew it's going to be not complicated, but just the bouquet part takes a lot of time because there's a lot of group stitching, as you can see, like little groups here and there. So over here it's a part of the window, this, and like I will do group of stitching, and then I'll continue on the part where you just need to stitch. Again, do group of stitching and then continue on the part where I can just take one floss and finish it right away. But anyway, here's the progress so far. Let me show you this because this is interesting. The back stitch is done, all the elements, the snow, some of the bouquet started. And here's my progress on Merejka Winter Dream. Again, if you never tried kits, never tried Merejka, I highly recommend it. Merejka does have smaller kits. It is pretty big one. It's going to be 29 by 29 centimeters. There's around 30,000 stitches in here, I think, something like that. But even if you will start with this one, they are so enjoyable to stitch. I keep saying in each video, I absolutely love Merejka kits. They are perfect. We have Zweigart, we have DMC, we have a great pattern, actually double pattern, because one side without the back stitching and another one with. So choose and pick whatever is more comfortable for you. If you want to use like the part of the pattern without the back stitching first and then do back stitching after, you know, jump between the patterns. I personally prefer the pattern with the back stitch on it already because it helps me to navigate where I am in a pattern. But some patterns by some brands, the back stitching covers the symbol behind it and it's uncomfortable. Merejka doing a great job, but beyond that, they also giving you an option without the back stitching. So I can say only positive things about this brand. My collection is keep growing. I mean, right now it's in pause, but I have already so many other kits by them that I want to get. Anyway, here is my progress so far on Winter Dream by Merejka, and 60% is done. I was hoping by the end of the February it's going to be a finish, but I think the finish is going to be moved March. I posted my finish, dedicated to the finish video about Lila Maiden by Teresa Wensler, and of course I had to start another one. And I started like at the end of January, literally on, I think I started on day before Lunar New Year or something, like last day of the Year of Dragon, something like that. But this is absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, before I never pay attention to it, and then I start again participating in Teresa Wensler's Sal. Lots of people stitching it, lots of people posted it, their progress, and it's just breathtaking beautiful. It's not easy whatsoever. Lily Maiden, already I can tell you, I've done only like 1% of this project so far, but Lily Maiden was way easier than this. This actually, the pattern, it's okay, let's start with this. So here is, we have the key chart. Here, let me move this to the background. This is the key chart. Again, we see endless amount of blends, and if you watch my previous videos, you know I use a Saga app, and nobody wants to do a Saga for this pattern because how crazy, busy, scary, difficult it is. So way before Saga, obviously, I use the paper pattern, so they don't scare me. It's not new to me. But in the past, when I used paper pattern, or still, if I don't have Saga and I use the paper pattern, I used to never make a copy for myself. More than that, I would never mark my patterns. Like, I will stitch on them as it is. I will never mark them. I will never make a copy of them. Usually, most of the brands, my eye is very comfortable just grabbing the piece that I need to work on, and I never had a problem. But with this one, I had to make copies because, oh my god, because it's just impossible. The positive thing is, if my Lily Maiden was drawn by hand and then make a copy of that, and that's the pattern, and I was able to find a Saga for it, which I'm super happy. If not for the Saga, I will probably stitch it for years. But this one, very lucky, first of all, that I was able to find it. This is one of the hardest to find pattern by Teresa Wensler, but also the pattern itself, it's normal, like digital pattern, not drawn by hand and then copied and printed. Before I show you my progress, I'm gonna show you the organization. As always, all you need is DMC floss and some craning. So that's how I organized it. The palette, it's beautiful. Look at these colors. Yes, I haven't braided them yet, but it works for me, okay? This is the reality, not the picture perfect. But the colors, just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. I use this type of organizers. Over here, it's just most of it, you saw the key chart, it's the blends, very rarely solid colors. Over here, if you look closely, you will see that I marked with blue and with purple. The reason for that these blends, you need to include the third floss, which is 32 Kreinik. I think the most popular one. I keep saying it in each of my video. This is literally the most popular Kreinik. I add it to everything, even if it's not needed. Yeah, always make sure you have this one in stash. And with the purple, wherever marks the purple, the third one you need to mix with that, it's the blue one, 094. And sometime in the future, I think in the frame, the gold one will needs to be used, 002. So that's also the beads going to be used, but I don't even got that far yet. I mean, I think in a dragon it's around 40,000 colors. By the way, because of that Sal group, I was able to find another girl who's teaching this dragon, and she was so kind. She by hand made the Saga pattern and she shared with me. I was literally tears crying when I got it. Like, I know how to make saga patterns, but I'm like, you know what, I'm going to spend so much time doing it. I'd rather just stitch it with the copy pattern. I mean the working copy, not the copy of the pattern, but the working copy. I do have an original. But she was so kind, and I am speechless because the work she made, it's just wow. So now I have Saga, but what I'm going to show you now, I stitched it with working copy. which she told me, like, you know, look at the original copy just in case, because it is extremely difficult pattern. I think so far it's the most difficult pattern I've ever worked with. But yeah, let me show you my progress. I started from the middle, which is the head of the dragon, and I believe by me just looking at the pattern, it is the most difficult spot in a whole pattern. Let me show you like this so you can see all the sparkle. It's all sparkling, and usually when I show you, it's very hard to show the sparkle, but I found out about these needles right here. French, I think. French needles. Bohin. Oh yeah, it says right here, France. But this needle has two eyes. Right there, you can see it. So when you stitch blends, you know, you put each floss in each eye. So when you're making the blend, they lay next to each other smoothly and not mixing. I don't think I will be able to show you. I mean, when I look at the project, I see it, but on camera it's hard to show. But the secret why you can see that sparkle even without like defocusing it, like at least I can you? It's right there. It's because I was putting the DMC blend in one of the eye and the acrylic in another one. So when I was stitching with that, the DMC blend, they might like twist like a normal blend in between, but the acrylic never twisted with the flosses. So when I laid it, acrylic always goes not on top, but next to that blend of the DMC. So there's pros and cons, but I think the only, not negative, but the only thing that you might want to think about it, I don't think it would be a good idea to stitch on 32nd count with this needle, only because instead of blending in between, the needles, they kind of lay next to each other. Even if they blend, they, you know, kind of like this, not like this. They just kind of maybe cover one other just a bit more, but they don't twist. So the crosses, they're a little bit thick. Therefore, I think on the 32nd count, it's not, might be as smooth as it is. I'm stitching on Lugana, 28 count, white. I see it only on white. I didn't want to do any color. This dragon gonna be beautiful on its own, so I didn't want to see any other color besides that. I haven't put any progress on it in February yet, which that's what I'm gonna do, because the report before and after I have to post on February 1st. So I really need to start working on it. So I think on one of my days off, I'm gonna just spend the whole day stitching in it. I was strongly believing in myself, thinking that I will be able to finish it by the end of the year, but I doubt it, because Teresa Winsler Lily Maiden had only like 12,000 stitches and it took me 11 months to finish it. This one has around 40,000 stitches, and yeah. If I will be able to finish it by the end of 2026, that's going to be a miracle. But at the same time, I do think I started from the most difficult spot on the pattern, which is his head. Has millions of 1/4, 3/4. It's like never ending. And the back stitching, as you can see, I didn't even start it yet. So like the difficult part with his head going to be like in his whiskers over here, and like this whiskers over here, and then the second his body starts, the body is more smoothly and it's like easy stitch. His head has so many little details, but somewhere over here one of the whiskers touching the frame, and I want to jump to the frame, and I'm actually thinking maybe I should stretch it to the frame. because it's a white fabric. I don't want to get it too dirty, but I know it's going to, like, I need to think a little bit better on organizing this process, because I'm very scared that I'm gonna put some kind of dirt in it and I will not able to get rid of it. So I definitely need to think about it, fix that, and come up with better solution. Anyway, here's my, I think there's like 1% done. And yeah, I definitely need to put more time in it. And since I've started with this finish, I'm going to finish with the finish too. A second finish, and you might see a spoiler on my Telegram chat. So I have actually two. One, it's where everybody can make a post, everybody can chat, you know, start any topics, whatever. The second one is going to be the second link in the description. This one is my personal, where you guys still can comment, but under each post, and like only I can post in it. So I post there the updates, what's happening, what's not. Post the updates on my cat. She recently had a dental surgery. By the way, she's doing great. I already see like progress, not only on her healing, but also how like her mood changed in positive direction so much. She's not irritated, she's not angry anymore, she sleeps better. Like it's all worth it. But yeah, she was like, they removed 8 teeth of hers, which was stressful. Anyway, so that's going to be the second link, and sometimes I post to like live updates of what I'm stitching currently, of my finishes, of my ideas, any like random lifestyle. So if you want to kind of follow more what I'm stitching currently, my updates and all of that, definitely join that second Telegram chat. But this is letter E by Nora Corbett. I've started it for my birthday, which was on November 29th of 2024. So my full name is Yekaterina, and Russian Ye looks just like English E, so that's why I'm stitching E, not K. And ta-da! It's not ironed. As I said before, I don't like to iron too much of my projects because I'm always afraid I'm going to damage them somehow. So I'm not going to iron it all the way till I absolutely have to, which means framing. But here is my progress. So by in 2024, I've done all of the stitching. So everything I had to do is just add beads and finish this frame and all this backstitch whiskers. So that's what I did, and she is just absolutely beautiful. Look at that sparkle. Let me know in the comments, please, if you want a separate video dedicated to just this project, because in my 2024 one of those videos with updates, I kind of was talking about my thoughts, like what I like, what I dislike about the fabric or about the floss, well, fabric too. And letter E, it's not like a very popular project, so I don't know if the separate video needed, because like I think a couple of the flosses were absolutely unnecessary purchase, because you know, barely were used, and it's color, classic color works, you know, it's cost the money. So let me know in the comments, should I do a separate video about this finish or not? I'm fine either way. If you need it, I will make it. If you don't care about it, I'm okay with not making it. Since I already talked about the floss and the fabric in the previous ones, the only thing I have not talked about is the beads. So let's talk about beads right now. I also think I made a mistake, and all these whiskers were supposed to be stitched in one floss. I made it in 2. Not changing it, I'm fine with it, and honestly it wasn't that fun to do. So yeah, it just stays as it is. I'm very happy with what I have. Let's start. If you watched the Klimt tree video, I was telling you about this bead 2011. This is super popular, super popular. Always make sure you have this color of the bead in stash if you're working with beads. That's the lesson that I learned. But this is the gold with silver middle, and everything gold you see, that's it. Very popular here too. I think for this project 1 bag would be enough. Oh, that sparkle. If it's important to you, like if you have leftovers and you need to know exact the number, let me open my saga and I will tell you exactly how many beads of each color you need. Okay, so 2011 you need total of 176 beads if you follow the chart, which I did. Everything you see is in chart. The only thing I substituted is the big beads, and we're going to talk about it just in the middle. The next one, let's talk about this one, because why not? 2026, and you need only 73 beads of this one. It's this nice beautiful blue, also with silver middle, and you see this one on the outside part, in the frame, in the whiskers. That's this beautiful floss right here. Floss bead. The next one, 252, beautiful bead. I was so happy to work with that because I don't think I've ever worked with this, and I believe in a dragon that's the bead I will need, but only petite, and I do have it. But this is like bluish purple. It's very interesting and very pretty. Like you can see it's a purple, but that glare of blue, very noticeable. I was very happy to play with it because I've never played with this color before. And you can see it in the sparkles, in her hair, which by the way, when I doing this beads, I realized I made a mistake. I stitched her hair wrong, but they stay as it is. That's it. I'm not fixing anything. I'm fine with it. Like, I didn't notice it till then, so we're not fixing it now either. On her dress, that's where you stitch with that very interesting purplish blue color. The only petite stitch you need, it's this 42027. You need 68 beads of that one. I say the number for those who will maybe stitch it, and maybe you have leftovers and you need to know if you need to buy more or leftovers will be enough. So also very interesting color. It's like champagne with silver middle. Beautiful color. And this one was used in the same area, so in a little sparkle magic over here in her wings, and also on a dress right here. And then do you see this gorgeous sparkle of these beads? This actually supposed to be a pebble beads. The number is 16011, and you need only 15 of those, but I didn't have it in a stash, and I'm like, well, I don't want to wait till I can shop again when my no shopping challenge ends, and let's just see what I have in stash. If you watch my previous Flosstube, I bought lots of these gorgeous beads from Michael and Hobby Lobby, including this beautiful cube beads. Look at that sparkle. Absolutely gorgeous. They are, so this is tag from the green, but they identical. It's just this one is green, this one is pink. They were like on one string of floss, and each has like 2 solid colors. So like in case of green, you will see light green, dark green, and then the see-through. Same with the pink, we have dark pink, light pink, and the see-through. So I've used the see-through ones instead of those pebbles, so I didn't want to wait. I'm like, that's like, I need to finish this project, and that's what I did. And I actually absolutely in love with this Like that sparkle, it's just so beautiful. Look at that. Because the cubes, they 2 milliliters, but it's full like 3D cube. So depends on what side the light is hitting it. It's like sparkle 360 basically. So big chunk of them right here on top, on the end over here, right there, same over here. Like I am very, very, very happy with this substitution, because the pebbles that you would use by like the chart tells you to use, they just gold. So basically big gold round beads. And instead of those, I use that see-through pink. And because it's the see-through AB pink, AB, it means that that has that unicorn sparkle on top of it. I called it like that, like same as a Lurix sparkle, and they light pink, so they kind of see through, so they reflect all the colors around it. So I think that like matches beautifully. So the pink matching with this pink elements that you have to stitch with the floss, and it's also matching with the gold around it. So I think they fit here just perfect, and it really made this letter look like it's made of stones, and it's like, you know, it's gold. Before the beads, it kind of looked more made of wood. Where now it's really makes like it looks like it's made of sparkly, beautiful, brilliant, and like it's treasure. And I'm very happy that my name starts with the letter E. I do think it's one of those, the prettiest ones, I will say. Which everybody gonna probably say that about their letter, but I'm very, very happy with this one. I'm happy with the colors. I happy with the final result. Again, I cannot wait to go in a framer store and find a perfect frame for it. I don't want to get anything matching. Like with the climb tree, I'm kind of waiting because I want to see if I'm gonna stitch something matching. With this one, I think it's gonna stand out on its own just perfectly, and I don't care if it's gonna match with the rest of the pictures or not. I love it. I think it worked out just great, and yeah, I'm very happy with this finish. Well, that was all. That was my latest stitchy updates. I will try to return to my weekly posting, but because lately, again, I've been in a mood where I just day after day working on one project. Like I was very actively stitching the clipped tree, and I was very dedicated just to finish that project as soon as possible. So most of the time I'm just stitching one same project just until I put a very good progress in it. So that's why I don't see what can I film weekly, because you know it's not that much progress as I've done before. Maybe soon it will change and I will start stitching again like crazy, different project each day. But so far I'm still in that really dedicating my time to each project, and I like it. It works for me. I'm sure when my no shopping challenge is gonna be done, more cross stitch hauls videos will be popping. Joking, I will try to be good, and I do have a good stash, so I really need to use what I have. That was it for now. I am very excited for everything that I've planned to film that will coming up soon. First of all, I want to film my reaction, me watching my plans for the winter season and giving you updates if I was able to achieve those plans or not. I never rewatched that video since the day I posted, like since the day I edited it. So I kind of remember what I planned for this winter season, but I don't remember exact the goals that I set for myself, which is weird. I should probably write them down if that's the goals, right? So I kind of want to make a video when I'm kind of like reacting, watching my own plans and giving you live updates, like did I succeed it or did I fail, halfway succeeded, like what happened there. Then I am very ready to show you my spring plans for 2025. I have so many plans for the spring. I think I'm jumping way over my head. I think I am like Katie. Come back to the earth and let's cut some of those plants. But all of it I'm going to show you in my spring plans that I am going to film. I still need to film 2024 finishes. I have not done that one yet. And by the time I'm finished with all of it, I will have another stitch updates ready. So I will see you very soon in my next video. Again, let me know in the comments which snowflake you think I'm stitching next, which ornament from the booklet I'm stitching next. What do you think? What's your sixth sense telling you? Let me know about the idea, if you like or dislike the idea of gluing that bird cage on top of the print so it looks like a wallpaper on a wall. And if you have any questions, if you have any ideas, if you have anything else, let me know in the comments. If you don't want to comment everything, I would appreciate it if you just comment an emoji. Send me emoji of let's do a Christmas tree for a klimt. I know the Christmas way pass, but for the klimt tree, let's do a Christmas tree emoji, because why not? Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I will see you very soon. Happy stitching, have a great week, and bye!